Bobba 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 dang 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 ding dong ding. I do, I do, I do. Do 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 I do, I do. Do 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 bobba 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 dang 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 ding dong ding. I do. But they say that we can't. Because I'm a girl and you're a girl, or at least something close. And the most that we can hope for is an uncivil union in Vermont, but I want church bells. I want rosary beads. I want Jesus on his knees. I want to walk down the aisle and see the patriarchy smile. That's not true. But I do want to spend my life with you. And I want to know that 60 years from now, when you're in a hospital room, getting ready to die, when visiting hours are for family members only, I want to know that they'll let me in to say goodbye. So I've been 60 years memorizing the way the lines beneath your eyes form rivers when you cry, and I've held my hand like an ocean at your cheek saying, baby, flow with me. Because 60 years I've watched you grow with me. 60 years of you never letting go of me through nightmares and dreams and everything in between. From the day I said, buy me a ring. Buy me a ring that'll turn my finger green so that I can imagine that our love is a forest. I'm going to get lost in you. And I swear I grew like a wildflower every hour of the 60 years I was with you. And that's not to say we didn't have bad days. Like the day you said, that checkout clerk was so sweet. And I said, I'd like to eat that checkout clerk. And you said, honey, that's not funny. And I said, baby, maybe you can take a freaking joke every now and then. So I slept on the couch that night. Well, when morning came, you were laughing. Yeah, there were times we were both half in and half out the door, but I never needed anything more than the stars of your grin to lead me home. For 60 years, you were my favorite poem. And I read you every night knowing that I might not understand every word, but that was okay. Because the lines of you were the closest thing to holy that I'd ever heard. You'd say this kind of love has to be a verb. We are putting paint on a slick canvas. It's going to take a whole lot to stick, but if we do, it'll be a masterpiece. And we were. From the beginning, living in towns that frowned at our hand-holding, holding their stares like hate notes into our pockets so we could pretend that they weren't there. You'd say, fear is only a verb if you let it be. Don't you dare let go of my hand. That was my favorite line. That in the time when we saw two boys kissing on the street in Kansas, and we both broke down crying because it was Kansas, and you said, what are the chances of seeing anything but corn in Kansas? We were born again that day. I cut your cord and you cut mine, and the chords of time played like a concerto of hope, like we could feel the rope unwind, the noose of hate loosening from years of people like you aren't welcome here, people like you cannot work here, people like you can't adopt. So we had lots of cats and dogs, and once even a couple of monkeys you taught to sing, hey, hey, we're the monkeys. We were crazy like that. And I was so crazy about you, and nights you couldn't sleep, I'd lay awake for hours counting sheep for you. And you would rewrite the rhythm on my heartbeat with the way you held me in the morning, resting your head on my chest. I swear my breath turned silver the day your hair did. Like I swear marigolds grew in the folds of my eyelids the first time I saw you. And they bloomed the first time I watched you dance to the tune of our kitchen kettle in our living room. In a world that could have left us as hard as metal, we were soft as nostalgia together. For 60 years, we feathered wings too wide to be prey. We flew through days hard and days as fragile as sandcastles at high tide. You would fold your love into an origami firefly, throw it through my passageways until all my hidden chambers were lit like lanterns. Now, every door of every chapped door, my heart is open because of you, because of us. So I do want to be in that room with you. Your visiting hours are for family members only. I want to know they'll let me in. I want to know they'll let you hold me while I sing. Baba 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 dang 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 ding dong ding. I'm so in love with you, baby. I'm so in love with you. Do 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 baba 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 dang 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 dingy dong.